apologize for starting the game late, but we had a pretty serious talk because Warhawk is has a lot of studying to do, and he's seeing if he can get a small break. But we're sending a guy in already, so we really need this Terran to win. Because if we send Warhawk in afterwards, he might not be able to play both games. So bomb left, looking to reverse all kill. We got GTKung going up against. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Lrdleedum. Lrdleedum. I think. Hold on. His name's in Discord. I'm just gonna use that name. It's like It sounds like Sebastian, but it's not Sebastian. Silbuster. Cellbuster. I just gonna. I'm definitely butchering that name. I'm just gonna call you that. Cellbuster. I'm a bit worried because this guy was not in voice chat. He was like, "Yeah, I'll play, I'll play," but he wasn't in voice chat. He wasn't listening to any of the things we were saying, and he wasn't watching last game either. So unless he was watching the stream, he didn't watch any of the previous games GTKung played. And as a result, I'm worried we're going to have a repeat of Lock where he just doesn't look at his Hellions and then loses those Hellions and then just loses because he wasn't looking. It's very possible we could have that result if his opponent wasn't watching at all. And I mean, we really need players, sure, but like, if you weren't watching at all, you shouldn't be like, oh, I really, really want to play because I really think I could beat this guy. Oh, just because it's TBZ, even though you haven't watched a game of him? Yeah, so I'm really hoping that, really hoping that he's seen a game. So yeah, scouts with SCV, sees two bases. Doesn't really need to scan the or scout the third base here because he knows it's not possible to have a third base here. I guess he could have put a Ling there and would have had it like a little bit after he moved his SCV there. So if he didn't move his SCV there, he could have gone for a much more early third hatch. But he wouldn't have been able to build a queen, wouldn't have been able to make any Lings, and basically would have lost like 5 workers to a Reaper, and also a good chunk of lost mining time. So not really necessary, but I mean he just kind of rallied there to there, so not any point using any extra APM to move him away. Sure, you could have him mine a little bit more by sending him to that base, but the base isn't done yet. Grenade not really placed that well. Going for a follow-up scout, and could have definitely killed that Reaper, but didn't because of the inject. Now, I think, yeah, I think it's definitely actually, yeah, it's definitely overall better for a Zerg player to take this one because a lot of Zergs don't like to go for this base to the space because you can just go like drop, drop, drop. Even though it's not that as good as some people say, especially like mid game when you have like Hydras or Mutas, you can't just comfortably just always keep your Mutas in Medivacs. You also can't boost them, and if you have good creep spread with like Ling speed, you can just go bounce between the locations very quickly. So you can keep them occupied, but you can never really do like insane damage super quickly. But it's even worse to take the vertical base in this map because you can do the same with these two bases, but also it's very, very easy to defend this ramp because of the way it's designed. So he knows the third base timing and should expect some sort of attack. If I was him, I definitely would be walling off here. This is actually a gigantic misplay. And yeah, here's more Banes. I'm convinced he did not see this. First of all, you're A moving down here. This is to nowhere. He's not pulling them back. Yeah, now you're pulling them back, and you don't even have a wall up. You moved your Hellions to the middle of nowhere, and you lock them out of your base. This is exactly what I was talking about. There is no way that this guy saw the last game. If he did, he would not have done this. This is... You should never move your Hellions to anywhere like this. That was honestly the worst play. Like, if he moves them across the map, which is already a bad play, especially after last game, then he still would have at least seen the units. He moved them here, and he didn't even rally them, like, here to here. He just rallied them here and then looked away. That's game. Uh, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce your name, but you shouldn't have gone into that. You sounded very confident, but you most definitely played horrible given your confidence level. So I very much guess he didn't see that he didn't watch because he wasn't in voice chat. He wasn't watching the game. The only way he could have been watching the game is if he was watching the stream, and I doubt he was. So don't go into it confident when you have no information on what your opponent did for the past 2 games. So that'll be it for that game, and one more win, and GTKung will have a reverse 4-0. But we're most likely out of Warhawk next. We've got a good chance.